Today we'll be speaking about the Big Bang. And now we'll hear a recitation of the verse that we'll be discussing today. It is of Surah Al-Anbiya'a, verse number 30.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أولم ير الذين كفروا أن السماوات والأرض كانتا رتقا ففتقناهما أفلا يؤمنون.
Do not the disbelievers know that the heavens and earth were one mass until we parted them? And we created from water every living thing. Will they not believe?
The Big Bang is a theory. It does not rank to the status of being an established fact.
It is still a theory.
It is still a theory. But it has got many signs that will support its validity. One of the signs of the Big Bang, or the proofs of the Big Bang, is the expansion of the universe. The fact that the universe is expanding supports the hypothesis or the theory of the Big Bang. Secondly, there is a uniform temperature at the periphery of the observed universe. This temperature is 3 degrees absolute. And you cannot get a unified temperature all at the periphery of the universe unless the universe has started from a point and then exploded. Thirdly, when you explode a condensed body, you change it into smoke. And as we mentioned in the previous episode, the initial smoke from which the universe was created has already been photographed at the periphery of our observed universe. So these are 3 signs, 3 proofs to substantiate the theory of the Big Bang.
Doctor, can we please make it clear the difference between theory and fact?
A theory is a proposition by a scientist or a group of scientists that can explain an observed phenomenon, but it has not been proved to be absolute. It will be proved to be absolutely true.
Yes.
It is in the phase of trying to explain something, but it has not been established fully. So this is the theory. Once you reach an observed fact that can justify what you have proposed, then you raise it from the level of being a theory to the level of being a fact.
Observe, that means something you can touch or see.
Something you can prove.
You can prove. That has no other...
No, unless... This is the basics of the present day science.
Yes.
Unless you can test something physically, you cannot say that it is there.
Okay.
So the Big Bang theory, as I said, is a theory. It does not rank anything above that. One cannot say definitely this is the process by which the universe has been created.
Okay.
Yet, as I said, there are numerous observations that can testify to the correctness of that theory, but cannot uplift it to the level of a fact. We find a statement in the Holy Quran that can help us to raise this theory to an established fact. Not because humans have proved it to be an established fact, but because of the reference in the Holy Quran, or in the glorious Quran, because this is the word of the Creator, in its divine purity, and it has to be absolutely correct. The Quran reads, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, أَوَلَمْ يَرَى الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا أَنَّ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضَ كَانَتَا رَتْقًا فَفَتَقْنَاهُمَا وَجَعَلْنَا مِنَ الْمَاءِ كُلَّ شَيْءٍ حَيٍّ أَفَلَا يُؤْمِنُونَ. The verse comes in the context of negating disbelievers, of lamenting on the fact that people can see these signs and yet do not believe. So, haven't they seen, those unbelievers, haven't they seen a testimony to the might, wisdom, and knowledge of the Creator that has created this wonderful universe, this vast, immense, orderly universe by an explosion? And as we mentioned earlier as well, any explosion can disperse the matter from which it has been exploded, can push it randomly into outer space. But for an explosion to produce such a wonderfully ordered, balanced, carefully running universe, it cannot be the product of a chaos. It has to be a product of a very, very carefully planned wisdom. So Allah is taking the creation of the universe by a process of explosion as a testimony against disbelievers, because this alone is enough to testify to the fact that this universe is not the product of an accident. It is the product of a chance. It did not create itself by itself, but it needs a creator, and this creator has to be above his creation. Neither matter nor energy can shape his identity, neither space nor time can delimit that identity, because all these are parts of his creation, and a creation cannot control a creator. Yes. So we as Muslims, we can raise the theory of the Big Bang to the status of an established fact because of this notion in the glorious Quran. Because, as I said, this is the word of the Creator and its divine purity. It has to be absolutely correct. So no other person can do that other than the Muslims, because they don't have the Quran. But once we present this Quran to the people of other beliefs, they can see in this statement alone enough testimony to justify that this book cannot be the work of man. It is the word of the Creator and its divine purity. Because the Big Bang theory was formulated in a joke in the middle part of the 20th century, it was just 1955. Yes. And I know the person who introduced this term. We have discussed the theory of the Big Bang theory, and we said that we as Muslims can raise this theory to the status of a law, actually, the status of an established fact, not because experimental science has proved it to be a fact, but because there is a notion about it in the glorious Quran, where Allah says, أَوَلَمْ يَرَ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا أَنَّ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضَ كَانَتَا رَتْقًا فَفَتَقْنَاهُمَا. And ratq means a condensed entity. Well, fatq means an exploded body. So ratq is the opposite of fatq. Yeah. It means that all this universe was in a single entity, yes, in the past, and Allah ordered it to be, and it went into smoke, and out of that smoke He has ordered the earth to be created as an earth, ordered the other heavenly bodies to be created, every one with its own special mass, its own special volume, its own special physical and chemical characteristics, its own special role, yes, for the establishment of that universe. So no man worth his salt can ever claim that this orderly, systematic, wonderful universe is the product of an accident or a chance. But everything in that universe can clearly testify to the knowledge, wisdom, and might of the Creator, and can reflect on the greatness of that Creator who is exalted above all His creation without parallels, partners, or similitudes.